it's kind of funny how the media portrays things. They really pushing hard for this gay thing, and it's so wicked how they manipulate things. Can't even disagree without them making it a hate thing. I say it's wrong and you holler hate instantly, but they say we the ones who don't tolerate differences. It's a whole lot of things I could say really, but see, your hypocrisy is something I could paint vividly. Saying it's the way you was born, and I'm sure that you lust like I do, just in a different form, but I'm married. So if I give in to mine, I'm a cheater. If you give in to yours, you just fight to make it legal. You rather fight God than fight sin. The Bible is all right until it calls what you like sin, and I feel so disrespected that you were so desperate you would compare your sexual habits to my skin, calling it the new black. Homie, where they do that? They hung us like tree ornaments. Where were you at? They burned us for entertainment. You go through that? Moms raped in front of their kids while they shoot dad? Ever been murdered just for trying to learn how to read, bro? Show of hands? I don't think so. So quit comparing the two. It ain't the same fight. You can play straight. We can never play white.
So you made a response to Macklemore's Same Love.
Yeah.
Now, when you first heard Same Love, what was your initial reaction?
My first time hearing it, I was like, yeah, they're gonna love this. You know what I'm saying? Just because the first time I saw it, it was Tyra Banks tweeting it and pumping it up, and I'm like, okay. But I thought the record would die out. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I didn't agree with the record, of course, but everybody has their opinion, and especially in hip hop, I don't agree with a lot of opinions. Don't mean people don't voice them.
Now, when you say they're gonna love this, who are the they that you're referring to?
The media, they get somebody like, I think we've all known. I was on the other side of the industry. We all know who's behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a known fact. I've even heard rappers say, you know, hey, don't say nothing about the gays. They're gonna mess your career up. They got clout. You know what I'm saying, behind the scenes in the industry. So that's the they I was speaking about.
Okay. So, I mean, I remember we did an interview with Fat Joe a while ago, a couple of years ago, and it ended up being a very big interview. And one of his statements was that the gay mafia runs hip hop. Do you agree with that?
I would say the industry, period. Not just hip hop, because if you watch TV, you watch, you know what I'm saying, whether it's movies, sitcoms, it's all the media almost.
I mean, there are a lot of straight people in
Yeah.
powerful positions in the media.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but knowing that, why would you say that it's really run by homosexuals?
I mean, a lot of people behind the scene. The same way, for the same reason Fat Joe says it. Like, it's almost like you hear. There's certain things you hear. You know what I'm saying, especially from being on the other side. Certain things that you see, certain parties. You know, you hear people having it and stuff like that. That I don't want to speak all the way on because I wasn't first person, but it's just kind of like a known thing in the industry.
Have you experienced any of that yourself, personally?
I've seen a little bit, but never. I mean, nobody ever came at me or nothing.
I feel you. So, what made you do the response song to Macklemore's Same Love?
The response, man, it was what, like 2 years after the record dropped. They still, you know, at the Grammys, the MTV Awards, they're making it an anthem. You know what I'm saying? And they're still pushing it. So I'm like, okay, the record's not going anywhere. People not letting it go anywhere. So let me go ahead and present an opposite side of this thing, because everybody is not the people that are cheering that on when they're marrying the people on stage. Like, and I've noticed just in media specifically, it's almost become you can't speak against it. You know what I'm saying? If you say, I've seen, like, you know, Chris Broussard is a friend of mine from ESPN, and I saw how they asked him, knowing he's a Christian, if they thought homosexuality was a sin, or how did you feel about, and when he speaks his position, then they want to paint him as a homophobe, or he's full of hatred and a bigot. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, I got as much right to be a Christian and feel the way I do. Like, you should know when I say I'm a Christian, you should know how I feel already. But the fact that you ask me a question, you want me to say it, but then you try to paint me in a certain light for voicing my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's really manipulation. Like I say all the time, if a guy tells a girl, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know if you have a daughter or whatnot, but if a guy tells a girl, if you love me, you'll have sex with me. If you don't have sex with me, you don't love me. I feel like that's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So if a homosexual tells a Christian or whoever, if you love me, you'll agree with me. Will you disagree? Will you hate me then? I still feel like that's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So I just got tired of walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? Feeling this way. A lot of people feel this way. Don't nobody want to say nothing because we don't want those titles to go with speaking up.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the song, you actually compare homophobia. Well, you're saying in the song that it's unfair to compare homophobia to racism.
To like slavery and stuff that happened back in the day with black people?
Correct.
Yes. I say that don't compare the two. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't compare slavery to the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? If our grandmothers die, I'm not going to compare my grandmother's death to your grandma's death. Don't compare the two. Now, if you want to compare the two, what I'm saying is you want to compare the similarities, then I'm going to compare the differences. And there were differences. And there are differences because, you know what I'm saying, I painted some when I said you could play straight, we could never play white. That's just a reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, one, I don't believe that you're born gay, but I'm not, there's other people who believe differently. So if we go with that belief, even if you're born gay, a black child at that time was born with the world against him. He came out the womb being obviously black. A gay child does not come out the womb being obviously gay. So the world is not against him at that point. What do you get to 6 or 7? You start seeing signs, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole different struggle. The reasons are different. You know what I'm
saying? So you personally don't feel that people are born gay?
Nah. I feel like we're all born with desires to sin, period. Whether it's you want to be with 100 girls or you want to be with one guy, you know what I'm saying? Or you just, everybody has different, I guess, the tree in the middle of the garden for Adam and Eve. Everybody has that one thing that they're not supposed to touch that they want to touch so bad. I think for a gay person, it's homosexual desires. For straight people, it's a whole lot of different things.